What is
Wow.
going on?
That song gets me every time, without fail.
That's just a bop. You saw me over here doing my little.
I did. Because you can't help it.
You can't.
You
That shit's
simply
fantastic.
cannot help it.
We're evolving like Pokemon. Play the dum 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 dum.
It's just like Pokemon.
Just like Pokemon.
Yeah.
Digivolve 2.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you trade me with the magma cube, and I turn into some gelatinous mass of magma.
You're like a fucking magma grimer.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I am. Welcome back, everybody, for episode whatever the fuck this is. I can't keep track. We're putting these out at such a rapid clip. I think this is 42, or it will be.
I think it is. Yeah.
We're here Sunday, May 21st, recording. That'll give you a good idea of when these go out. This might go out today. This might go out tomorrow. This might go out in a week.
Who knows?
And if it does go out in a week, I'm so sorry, because I'm sure all the stuff we talk about will be totally and completely obsolete by that point. That's how the news moves. That's how things go. Your whole family might be dead by this point. So when this could have been a celebratory, kind of gather around the fireplace story time sort of deal with your folks, this may be something you're reviewing at their collective funeral. So my condolences. In that case, my condolences to you and yours. Hopefully this reaches you at a more opportune moment in your life. We want you not to be distracted at all whatsoever during this, because we have just some of the most important shit to go over.
Very important. Muy importante.
Exactly. Muy importante. And I love that we're catering to people of all walks of life, language,
Of course.
ethnicity.
That's right. We're multilingual here at L&C.
We're sure are.
Until we're not.
How many languages do you know?
All of them. If you heard of a language, I know it.
Give me some Greek. That's impeccable.
Yeah. You know what I said?
And I challenge anyone to claim that wasn't.
Challenge me. Y'all don't know Greek. I know Greek. Your
just
boy,
100% Greek.
I created Greek. I know all about Greek.
No, what did you say? You said you asked for me to.
I said peace and love to all the pussy boys out there.
And I already knew that because you said it so perfectly.
Exactly.
And I, of course, speak Greek as well. I don't speak it as well as you do, so I won't,
Yeah, we're getting there. That's why we're doing the lessons.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you asked me earlier before we started on Snapchat. You messaged me. You asked if I knew any good headphones.
I've been searching for hours.
And I thought it was funny you asked, because I've been looking at some myself for a couple weeks that are really fascinating to me. This isn't a bit. Like, you legit asked, and so I'm here to deliver. If I might.
Goodness. It's so crazy that I happened to ask you, because no lie, I probably would have also been searching for weeks, going through reviews, trying to figure out what the fuck I want to buy.
Yeah. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at these, because I think these are right up your alley. They're affordable, starting at $949.99.
That shit popped up on the screen. I was like, he's fucking kidding me. He's not for real. Dyson, don't they make vacuums? You want me to buy some vacuum headphones?
Now listen.
Are Dyson vacuums even good?
Listen, we're getting ahead of ourselves here because I want to go over this one step at a time.
Oh no.
And I first saw these on Instagram. These were recommended, or I guess there was an ad for them in my Instagram feed. So I was scrolling through and I thought it was like a meme, right? Because it's a black dude. He's wearing these headphones, these big gigantic over-ear headphones, and then they have like a little mask that covers his face. And then I keep going. I thought it was a meme because it said Dyson, right? In the ad, it said Dyson. And it's in the same font or whatever, as you said, as the vacuum, like air dryer company. And I'm going like, okay, so this is a joke. This is clearly a meme. Where's but then I realized it's a paid ad by Dyson for these headphones that showed up in my feed, right? This must have been like a week and a half ago. I first stumbled upon these, and I was so taken aback that I screenshot the ad and I put it on my story in like 5 minutes after finally realizing that this wasn't a gag. And what it is, I guess Dyson is mainly like a filter, an air filter company. And then that obviously doubles with their vacuum cleaners, with their ventilation, with their, they have a lot of like air dryers or like air conditioning units, whatever you want to call it, like fans and things, right? Most of them have some sort of filter component. But these headphones that they've manufactured have sort of a gimmick in this face piece that you see sort of dangling off the front of them. Let me see if I can find a better representation here, a close-up before we delve into their website.
That's gonna be. Matter of fact, there is a character on My Hero Academia. It kind of looks like he has like headphones and a mask. Well, I don't think he has the headphones, but he got like the little mouth shit.
Now this is a great representation because this is the exact ad I saw on Instagram. This photo right here. This is what came up on my Instagram feed.
I'm not lying. I'm holding back laughter.
Laughter? That's your first impression of this is laughter?
It's like that.
Really?
Are you doing like
this is what they paid to present?
She ain't got the thing on.
Well, because it's optional. And so these are headphones first. And then what the face component is second is what Dyson does best. And it's actually an air filter. So that you're breathing constantly clean air. Uh-oh. Are you still there?
No, yeah, I'm here.
Okay, cool. Something happened with my window. So you're putting this on your face so that throughout the day, I don't know, maybe you live in like urban Beijing in the air. You have like smog warnings,
That's why I say California.
Every 6 to 8 hours. You could set your watch to how many times you have to take shelter from the unbreathable smoke. These come in, they swoop in like Superman and they save the day. Or like Cyborg, or Bane, maybe. And they save the day because you attach this to your headphones because they're headphones. But outside of the smog hours of your work week, these are just headphones. But when the time comes, and it will, like I said, in mainland China or whatever, this is sanctuary.
You know what? I can see when it could be useful. When it's real windy and you can't breathe because the wind takes your breath?
I don't know. No, I don't have that plight. And I don't think many people do, which is why, the price point is just below $1,000 for these headphones.
You know what? I've decided we're going to promote these Dyson, run that fucking check, because all of our fans are going to buy this shit.
Yeah.
You're about to get $41,000.
It's funny because you call them fans because one of the biggest complaints about this product is that to run the air filtering technology, the motors for the air filter, where do you think they exist? What would be the worst possible place for
in the ear?
In the ears. Just right on up in the ear. So not only are you paying $1,000 for good air and I'm sure high fidelity sound, you can't have the best of both worlds at any given time. You sure can't. So that's a major oversight.
I don't know about you, but I love the sound of high-speed winds in
You
my
do?
ears.
Oh, that's good. Well, it's not even that. It's just mechanical, like revving and spinning sounds.
Well, okay.
Yeah,
Well, I love that too.
Yeah.
It sounds productive. Makes me imagine that I'm getting stuff done at like a factory or something.
No, I watched a guy's review of this product the other day at work because it was just on the brain. I was like, who the fuck is buying this? I sat with this for, like I said, the better part of a week and a half. Just like, holy shit, what is going on? And he summed it up really well. I wish I remember the guy's name, but he said at the end of his like 12-minute long review, he said, this seems like a product designed to get attention, and to like basically direct people to the company and to their other catalog of successful products, and that this is sort of like a I don't know, like a firebrand item, something that's meant to be taken maybe not so seriously. But go ahead.
We should make something completely outrageous that's like so in your face, and like people are like, oh, I'm gonna see who those guys are because of this wildly outrageous shit that people are wearing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna figure it out, and I'm gonna wear it, and I'm gonna be like, oh no, yeah, those guys are awesome. Like I'm gonna pretend that like it's not me in it. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, I watch all the time.
Like I feel like that a lot of companies do this, where I don't even think that it's coming from a standpoint of that it's like a failing business or anything in particular. More so that it's just meant to sort of reinvigorate sales or focus toward the company. Like Snapchat had for a while, they were really big into like the spectacles, but you barely hear about that shit anymore. I don't know if you're like even familiar with it anymore.
I used to talk about that shit all the time. I used to be like, Snapchat to make glasses, and you like hit a button or some shit so you can record what you see. I used to say that shit all the time, and my man's actually had a pair,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the only reason I know that they were actually a thing. But I used to talk about this shit all the time. They stole my fucking idea, and they think they slick, and I'm gonna get them for it.
Yeah, they have all sorts of different designs now or whatever, but I don't know who the fuck is actually wearing them. There might be like a couple TikTokers or whatever. Or sorry, I meant women, a couple of women who wear them unironically, but everyone else has bought them just for the express purpose of a YouTube unboxing and for nothing else. If I'm gonna be like frank, if I'm gonna be like totally honest, nobody else is buying these. They're leasing them for the express desire of unboxing them on YouTube and then immediately returning them and cashing in on the, I don't know, like 1.2 million views they get on the video.
Are you saying that's gonna be our next week's video?
I'm saying hey, I'm glad you got it because that's exactly what's going on. I mean, I know you see these glasses behind me. In a week's time, they'll all be spectacles. And I'll be a millionaire 10 times over, thank you. Due to the rampant online stupidity. And I'm a victim to it. Like I said, I watched this guy's video reviewing these dumbass headphones. These headphones that literally make about as much sense as you think they would at the cost. I mean, on their own website, this is Dyson's website. It's got a 4.3 out of 5. What company in their right mind posts anything on their flagship website, posts anything other than a 5-star review of a product that they manufacture?
That's what I'm saying. I was like, I don't trust reviews on the site because I'm like, y'all definitely.
This seems pretty fucking trustworthy. If it's less than 5 stars, maybe that's by design. I don't know, because it is above 4. But what I'm saying is, clearly they're not even confident enough to hold out for the 5-star review.
They're like, we'll take what we could get.
We'll take, hey, 4.3. We could say that shit in earnest. Out of 12 reviews, hey. I think that's even more shameful. Is it only 12 people? 75% of reviewers would recommend to a friend out of 12 people.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
And of course, they showcase the 5-star. Chen, 5 stars, says, as someone who values both quality, sound, and clean air. Hey.
Beautiful.
Hand in hand. When I think of music, I'm of course thinking of
clean air.
Air, because sound waves are transmitted through air particles.
Yep.
Because my brain doesn't work, and a whole heap of other reasons. I link the two. Just totally and completely inseparable from one another.
You know, if you're listening to dirty air particles, that's why the music doesn't sound as
good. And that's why I hate, that's exactly why I hate Shawn Mendes. Nothing against, he's beautiful. He's a beautiful man. I mean, he's perfect in like every way. But I hate his music. And can I tell you why? Because I listened to his music in a sewer pipeline. I was underground for no particular, I was on a stroll in a manhole, in a New York City manhole one evening, and I happened to I had Spotify on shuffle, of course, as you do, and of course Shawn came on, and I threw up everywhere. And people want to say, hey, maybe it's because of the environment you're in, and I totally agree. But now I can't enjoy his music either. You see, but if I had these headphones filtering at every second of every minute of every hour that I'm listening to his music and any other person's music that might come on,
you'll like it a lot more.
In a place such as that, it wouldn't ruin the scope. It wouldn't ruin his entire discography for me. But that's actually scientific. I mean, people link smells, sound, sights all together in a person's perception of any given moment, right? Like if you smell something, like all the time this happens to me, because I was in basic training for the Marine Corps at one point, right? And just as you were at one point for the Army, and you were actually in the Army, right? There are certain smells, like if I smell like a very particular scent of like Gain laundry detergent, for me, that sometimes that'll send me right back to like cleaning the floors with that shit and like mixing it up. No, like for real, like we had to like mix it up with hot water and shit, and it made like a really specific smell, like a Gain Downy detergent smell that comes from mixing detergent with hot water, like scalding hot water. And when I smell it, then I'm taken back to like the barracks or whatever, and then I remember a whole host of other things after that. But there's something about smells that can transport you to memories. They have a very potent way of linking them or affixing themselves to particular memories. So I think that what Dyson's mission here is, not as much as it is to create like a memeable product that gets people talking about it and shitting on it. I think what their goal here is to preserve the integrity of music at all costs.
Oh.
And I think that's a noble and mobile, as these are I'll say they're wireless over-ear headphones, which is great. I think they have like a 40 or 50 hour play time, right? Also great. You're buying up to 50 hours. Yeah, here we go. I'm not speaking out of school. 50-hour play time.
It's a lot of play time.
And you're buying every hour with the $1,000 you're spending on this.
20 minutes an hour. That's a good price. Yeah. Try to get like a massage or something for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
An hour.
And if you don't have at least 3 happy endings with that one, that's highway robbery.
What, for $1,000 or 20?
$1,000? Are you kidding me?
Yeah. I was about to say,
and she better not be the ugliest bitch you've ever seen in your life either.
It's definitely gonna be the ugliest bitch you've.
She better be the best looking ugly bitch in that massage parlor for $1,000. And she's not getting a tip. And she's not getting, because gratuities included. $1,000 gratuities included.
Hell yeah! No, they're like, no, you got a tip. Where you got a tip? Where you going?
Not only were you halfway decent looking, but the tip is included in the $1,000 total of this massage.
You want that happy ending? You gotta leave a tip at least 20% minimum.
Yeah, they have 2 color schemes. They have like bright blue and silver, and then navy and looks like bronze or copper, bright copper.
I might get it and like be a vigilante, low key.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's great for that. And if you want to go the War Machine route, the bright silver, that's $950, and then the bright copper is going to run you another $50.
I was gonna be like, obviously, I would get the silver, but then like, does the $50 even matter at that point?
I don't think so.
You're like, oh, these headphones they're $950, obviously, but that extra $50.
Something tells me it's not going to make a difference. Let's look at the user manual. We can download that for free, thankfully.
Ooh. After they're gonna make you subscribe after like 30 seconds.
So these are noise canceling headphones as well, I will say, which is great. Unfortunately, per the gentleman's review that I did watch, he says that while using the filter actively, that kind of like defeats the purpose entirely, because you just hear the revving motors in the background of everything.
Like white noise.
It'd be like having we've all stayed in a motel.
Yeah.
At some point. We're not above a Super 8 or a Red Roof Inn. It'd be like having one of the external ACs in both ears of a set of headphones when you want to clear the air. So consider that before buying. What are you thinking so far? Because this is my recommendation to you. I think this is a solid purchase, and that was the first. Hey, this is the first thing that came to mind when you came to me today and said, "Hey, I'm looking for some headphones. I'm looking for something that I can buy today and be satisfied with a year, 2 years, 3 years from now. Something that's going to last a while, and something that's going to go to the distance." And this has multiple functions. You think about it not even just as a filter, but as a face mask when you go into places that you need to be masked up.
Let me give you a piece of information. I gotta say something.
Please.
You have lost your God. If you think you don't, well, ain't no way I could afford them bitches. There's no way. It's impossible.
This is a working man's headphone.
Who?
No, it's hilarious. The dude was describing in the video why he was saying that they're even really too heavy to wear. Like they're like insanely heavy, because it's all like steel, or it's whatever the material that they sell it as. It's what it's comprised of. So it's not only are they ridiculous looking, but they're practically unwearable. If you're sitting still, like if you're on a flight or on a bus or a train or something, or in your car or something, in a passenger seat, using these and not moving, they're fine. But as soon as you move your head a little bit, like they start to shift and fall and shit, or like you feel the weight of them bearing down on your skull. So I mean,
It's a neck workout.
yeah,
Get that shit strong.
exactly.
If your
And
neck don't got veins and shit, if you can't like put a nut on your
mhm,
fucking neck and
mhm.
crush that shit,
a lot of
your neck's not
people
strong.
a lot of people forget that. A lot of people actually forego that as part of their workout regimen. They forget the neck, and you can never forget the neck. I mean, have you seen, I don't know, Dave Bautista lately? His neck stays correct. His neck has a mind of its own with the, like you said, with the amount of veins coming out of it alone. The neck is a pivotal part of anyone's exercise routine. If you're not, there's the funny meme of the guy who works out his jaw by like chewing on stress balls and shit. Jaw, I'm not so sure about, but if you don't put a 20-pound dumbbell, if you don't fix that to your forehead and go back and forward over and over
Yeah,
again,
that's what I had to used to do,
20
but now
reps, 20 reps per workout,
minimum.
you're fucking up.
Yeah,
You're fucking, and if your neck breaks, that's on you. That's on you because you
it
didn't
was
have a spotter.
yep. Gotta have a
Because you didn't
spotter.
have someone there making sure you were going to be okay, and that's on you.
Mm-hmm.
Always have a spotter. Always have, because this is professional shit. This is a real workout. This is something that real men will subject themselves to.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure, and you are. So how do you do it? Do you do it the way I described, or do you have your own method?
I actually I tie like a rope around my head
Mm-hmm.
and like around my like forehead, and
Yeah.
then I like tie a rope to a kettlebell, and I do it like that.
And in fact,
And then
I'd like to retract my suggestion, because there's no other way to do it. You're doing it the only way I can even imagine now. That you've said it like that. That's 100% the only way now.
Yeah.
So, and people will thank you later. Our fans are gonna be on their hands and knees praying to you, facing east once a day, twice a day, 3 times.
Yes, as they should.
As they should, because you have given them something to think about.
And they won't be able to like the bow because their neck will be so buffed. So it's like,
And that's the goal. They need to be like the Iranian Hulk guy. Have you seen that guy? You know what I'm talking about?
No. Look, you don't need to look down. You got to keep your head high.
This dude, you never seen this dude before.
Holy shit.
Sajjad Gharibi.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, yeah, good enough. I think I got it. Yeah, this is a better representation.
He looks like Zangief.
I mean, really, seriously, do you see his neck? No, because he's doing it right. Because he's doing the workout correctly. He's doing it exactly as you described. Forgive me, I already forgot. But he's got it committed to memory.
He's got it. He must have took my course back in the day.
He's got the rubber bands. He's got the kettlebells. Everything it takes to disappear his neck from sight. And now it's one with his chest and shoulders.
Because you can't chop his neck now. That neck chop, vicious. You can't neck chop him.
Yeah.
He's about invincible.
You can't chop it. You'll have to Play-Doh mold it back into place first before you even think about attacking it.
He just got rid of a crucial, vital spot. He lost a weak spot. He's winning.
That's what he's doing, yes. In working his neck beyond recognition, he's eliminating, like you said, like a crucial weak area of his body.
You try to you
he's
try to punch him
fortifying
in the
it.
throat. You can't.
Yeah.
It's not there.
Just as he did his legs, which are now, I mean, what would you even dare to call those?
Son, son, them things are something.
He looks like he could be a supermodel, and I'm talking like a women's, like Miss America, with the way his waist tapers in such a way with his belt like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it all comes out.
He's probably tall too, huh?
I don't know how tall he is per se. I think this might be like forced perspective or whatever.
Yeah. Please tell me.
Oh yeah, with 6'2", he's like just a little taller than you or I.
31. God damn.
Not for much longer though. He's gonna die soon. He won't be 31 for much longer. He's he is grappling not only with whoever that is, but with death at every waking moment. I mean, but however many steroids or whatever he's taking, that's its own challenge.
That's pure. That's a vegan diet and a little spirulina, pure vegan supplement. Some Tonga Ali, you know what I'm saying?
Oh man,
the workout, you know what I'm
saying? You said neck chop. That made me think of. I was watching earlier. I saw I just watched Ocean's 11 for the first time. I've never seen that before.
With Rihanna?
With who?
Rihanna?
No. That's Ocean's 8. That's the second. That's the follow up with the women. But the first movie's with a bunch of men. It's like George Clooney.
It was like a bunch of them, right?
I think there's only 2. But so here's the thing. So I watched the one I know, like I've always known about, with the men.
Yeah,
and I knew there was a women sequel.
Yeah.
After that with Awkwafina and Beyonce, or sorry, Rihanna and everyone. Not Beyonce. Rihanna. They're the same person. Rihanna.
And, I used to want to marry one.
Oh, yeah. Who?
Rihanna.
You don't care about Beyonce? You don't care about Queen Bee?
I'm gonna be real with you. I ain't that pressed.
Ooh. We just upset a lot of people.
Yeah, Rihanna got pregnant by the wrong vegan.
Really? Is he vegan?
Yeah, he vegan.
Okay. Well, I'm learning things.
I sent her a letter back in the day. I was like, "Hey, your favorite vegan," and she thought it was him. So
yeah. She fucked up. Okay, yeah. I'll take that. Beyonce fucked up. Rihanna still has to, but she's pregnant too. So
Rihanna got her. She on her second kid.
Yeah, damn. I mean, she was whole pregnant during the damn halftime show. That was the whole thing.
Well, yeah, that's why you know what I'm saying. I gave up on her because she got her second kid.
Well, so you gave up on both of them then. So what's the deal?
I never cared for Beyonce.
Okay, because she's always been pregnant. Okay, yeah, gotcha. She's been pregnant her whole life. Duh. Yeah, that's why. Okay, makes sense.
Oh no!
Yeah, there was nothing to believe in. Not even for a moment. No, you said something about neck chopping. I don't even know how we got to these wonderful ladies. Oh no, I watched Ocean's 11, which is with George Clooney and Brad Pitt, and then they recruit Don Cheadle, and Bernie Mac is in it. They recruit Casey Affleck, some other guy, Matt Damon. A lot of star power in this movie, right? To comprise a team of 11 people who go and rob 2 Las Vegas casinos, 2 or 3. I can't even. I just watched the movie today, and I already forgot how many casinos they rob.
Oh my god!
It kind of like flies by, like the movie doesn't. No, the movie's slow as fuck, but the casino robbing part, the interesting part, sort of like goes by like that, and so it's real easy to forget how much money they get away with.
That's the point.
Yeah.
No receipts.
Most of the movie, like the first half of the movie, is just them calling people and tracking people down. So
planning, setting it up, the heist, and
Get
all
ready
that.
for exactly. Get ready for that. But what was worse than that? I love the movie. The movie was not bad, but what was worse than the first half was I watched right after that was what was suggested on HBO was the original Ocean's 11 with the Rat Pack with Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra.
Hold up. So how many of these are there? Because I only knew about the one with like Bernie Mac, and they had like 11 and 13.
Well, so yeah, that's the one I watched with Bernie Mac
Yeah,
is 11.
yeah.
I don't think there's a 13 unless I'm mistaken. Let's look that up right now. I don't want to
Thought there was. I thought
disseminate
there was a bunch
fake
of them.
news. What is this?
Yeah.
Oh, she said Ocean's 13.
Yeah. I thought that is that another
Oh,
thing?
yeah, that's another one. That's next on my list. Ocean's 13. So Ocean's 11 came out in 2001, which is the same year as Lord of the Rings and all that. All big shit coming out that year. But Ocean's 13 is 6 years later, I guess. And then I suppose after that is Ocean's 8. And it looks like they add Al Pacino to the roster in 13.
Like, more people.
Mm-hmm. They had Al Pacino and I don't see any other big people. So I'm going to assume that's really the most notable addition. Oh, and Eddie Izzard. Eddie Izzard, who's notably trans now, I want to say. So,
okay.
Yeah. Okay. Big guys. But the people who were in the first one are Julia Roberts. This guy, Andy Garcia's character, was the guy they were robbing. And then everyone else. This was like the acrobat. This was the tech guy. Bernie Mac was one of the guys on the inside. He was running a blackjack table. Fun stuff. The karate chop I'm talking about, if I might get back on task, was from the original 1960 Ocean's 11 with Frank Sinatra. And I started that just out of curiosity. I wanted to see what, kicked this whole phenomenon off. This years later, threequel, I guess. What kicked that off? It's always crazy watching an old movie. I don't know if you do it often. I sure don't. Which I think made it even crazier because, like, holy shit. I mean, everything's like framed differently. It's always like a medium wide shot of everything. It's just like a sitcom. Like, movies are just like sitcoms. It's there might not be a multi-camera, effect for an entire scene. It might just be like you're looking at a room with a bunch of people interacting, and that's it. And you're just coasting off of that. But they do it so quickly and so at such a faster clip that it's still engaging somehow. Like, they're hitting all their marks, all their beats in just the right way that it's enticing. But the movie's bad. The movie is like bad. So I don't even know like how they got the idea to like redo it or what, if it's a book or
they had to redeem themselves.
Yeah, no, true. I mean, like, the music is heavy and annoying. I mean, even the intro, so there's 11 people in the group. They have a theme. They have like a theme song throughout the movie. The way they open the film with like the title card, everything, is by introducing all like 11 title cast members one by one in the slowest way possible, with the most annoying music, the most annoying like dissonant variation on the theme possible. You just have to watch the opening to the 1960 Ocean's 11 and you might understand what I'm saying. Like, I could have watched 10 Looney Tunes in that time and have been more fulfilled with something from that period than I was subjecting. I was like, the movie has to start soon. I didn't even think to skip forward because I was like, it's gonna start soon. No, it doesn't. And it goes on and on and on. And then the movie starts and it gets worse. But but it's fascinating to watch, and it does make me want to watch a good old movie. It does. Apparently Oprah's in Ocean's 13 for some reason. That's fascinating. It's okay. I'm listening.
I'm trying to think. What's a good old movie? They have some. How old is Gremlins?
I've never seen Gremlins.
That's wrong.
Yeah, that's where they got Baby Yoda, Grogu.
For real?
Yeah, what's the baby gremlin's name? The fucking cute one.
Gizmo.
Gizmo. Yeah, people say that they stole the idea for Baby Yoda from Gizmo.
I could see that for real. Now that you mention it, damn.
Yeah, it was a big controversy.
I could see it.
See, look at that. Gremlins director says The Mandalorian shamelessly copied Gizmo for Baby Yoda character. So, there you go. I'm not just saying that. It's a real thing.
Yeah. Damn.
Yeah. Yep. Anyways, but I've never actually seen the movie now, and the other one either. I know there are like 2 or 3 Gremlins movies.
The second one, wild. I think it's only 2.
Like the first one was serious, and the second one was like a full-on comedy, right?
Yeah.
I do know I like loosely know the plot because I listened to some guys going through the Gremlins movies on a podcast, but I never did watch them. No.
Because like the first one was funny, but it was like the second one's just like outrageous, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Outrageous.
I'll take any excuse I can to play this. So I'm going to go ahead and play the breaking news music real quick. It wouldn't be the breaking news theme without your dance, so I did full screen you there for a second. But we do have breaking news here in the studio, in that you've finally seen Guardians of the Galaxy 3. How was it? How did you like it? What did you think? Let's go through it. Spoilers ahead. Fuck you if you haven't seen it. That's your fault.
You haven't seen it now. You better click off now and
go fuck click on. Shit. No, listen.
You should have watched it already.
Be a man. You should have watched it already. If you're a woman, be a man as well. This is your one and only opportunity to be, as a woman, to be a man in this moment. You will listen. You will subject yourself to this because it was your fault for not watching it sooner. So buckle up, fasten in, and let's get to what you liked, disliked. What did you think about the movie?
It was a great movie. I like the commercials, you know, the trailers and whatnot. I kind of like how, because you didn't really know what the movie was going to be about, you know?
No, I had no idea. Yeah.
And then, so I was confused, but it was still a very good viewing. And I was like, the whole thing's enjoyable. I liked it. The little small parts, the little witty stuff, the story, it was also fantastic.
Yeah. I just been hearing a lot about how they didn't utilize the Adam Warlock character very well. And that was what was kind of coming through in reviews before I saw the movie. But I think it was all great. I think it was a great use. I didn't think it was
fine. Because I think you'd expect them to. Yeah. The fact that they didn't.
Exactly. I didn't think he was overused, underused, even really in particular. I thought that he was shoehorned in for maybe 1 or 2 scenes where it seemed like, okay, maybe he didn't need to be there. Maybe he didn't need to be like standing around as comic relief in this moment. But I think for most of the time it was great. And like you said, the ads didn't give away a whole lot of the actual plot. Like most of the ads were focused around them arriving on the alternate Earth with Drax throwing the kickball at one of the little kids and shit.
Yeah, one of the kids. I was like, yo, damn.
Yeah, stuff like that was what came through in most of the marketing. But no, I mean, all in all, I think it was this was a great success for Marvel, and I think it will be regarded as one, especially coming after fucking Ant-Man.
I knew it.
And I took the ever living piss out of Ant-Man. I hate that movie so much.
I knew you were gonna bring that shit back up.
I hate Ant-Man 3 and Thor, whatever the fuck it was called.
I only watched one Thor, the good one.
What's the good one?
The third one, obviously.
Yeah, okay. Well, sure. Yeah, I mean, the first one's all right too. I mean, the first one isn't bad.
I ain't watched that shit.
Well, for whatever it's worth, the first Thor, nothing to sneeze at. So, I mean, don't write it off.
All right.
And I didn't. What the fuck? Someone's honking. I didn't totally dislike the second Thor either. I know a lot of people do. But when I watched it in theaters, I was kind of like, okay, shit. But I'm biased because I like Doctor Who, and that's one of the original like modern Doctor Who's was the villain. I forget his name already, but he's like a Scottish dude. He was the elf lord guy with the red Infinity Stone. But what was it? Yeah. Thor Ragnarok was the best Thor, whatever the fuck is Love and Thunder. Yeah, that was terrible. That was, was that disgraceful. And Ant-Man 3, I didn't think it could happen, but that took the cake for piece of shit filmmaking.
Did you see all the trailers at Guardians of the Galaxy?
What for what?
For the Marvels. I want to watch that.
That looks bad too. That looks really bad. That looks so bad.
I watched Miss Marvel. I watched the show.
I didn't like that very much.
It could have been better, yes.
Not a big fan of Miss Marvel. Not a big hater, but you know, nothing to write home about. Nothing I walked away from feeling changed about. Not in the same way I felt with Daredevil. Not even in the same way I felt with Luke Cage. I liked Luke Cage. You know, contrary to a lot of people's opinion, I loved Jessica Jones. All the Netflix things except for Iron Fist. I love Punisher. But then all these fucking Disney shows are garbage. They're just I was okay with Captain America and Winter Soldier, Captain Falcon, whatever you want to call it. And WandaVision was good. But I will not subject myself to She-Hulk. I know it's going to be dog shit. I know that what's it called? What's the other shit that's come out already?
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye was awful. Hawkeye was so bad. And it all just coasted on the girl, the lead.
Oh yeah, Kate Bishop.
And Kate Bishop. What's her actual name? I forget, but the actor. And she did a good job, the actor, but everything else was so bad. And the special effects bad, the writing bad. I mean, everything's just about like joke here, joke there, little else to be taken away. Joke here, joke there, cameo, done. Fucking slap the Marvel stamp of approval on it and move on. And that's what most of these movies sadly are turning into, and they're not held up by anything else. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, however, was a movie made on a strong foundation. A lot of love and affectionate writing clearly went into it. And for every bad shoehorned joke there may have been, there were 2 or 3 actual genuinely good ones. And the whole movie didn't rest on
the jokes,
on the gimmicks, on the shit that people are getting sick and tired of. So a very risky choices, though. I did think too, as how Marvel movies are sort of catered now toward children. I mean, there were some gruesome imagery in this movie that I think in no small part added to what made it so great and what made it such a departure from the utter and complete dog shit we've been seeing. The risk taking, I think, was absolutely necessary, but I could also see parents and maybe some people who thought this was going to be a totally different viewing experience, one suitable for young children. I could see them possibly being upset by this movie because there's a lot of animal violence against animal themes. There's a lot of, I mean, at one point they do say the F word, which is becoming more and more popular. I remember it well, where Star-Lord tells Nebula, get the fuck into the car. I was like, okay, well, there's that. The high evolutionaries real face gets uncovered at the end, and it's kind of, I would say it's like a step beyond Red Skull's fucking face melting, where it's just like raw blood and guts.
Little eyes.
His eyes and shit. That's kind of terrifying. I mean, I imagine seeing that as a kid. You know, it might fuck you up a little bit. I don't know, but hey, who's to say?
Like that though. I'm pretty sure some kids like that.
Yeah, no, but I mean, who's to say what? But that's just to say, I don't know what makes a movie PG-13 anymore versus rated R. Like what separates a movie like Deadpool from a movie like this. I think it's going to be the unnecessary levels of gore and, you know, like sort of slapstick violence that occurs in Deadpool, like chopping, like the Mortal Kombat levels of, you know, but I don't know how movie ratings work, but this was this was certainly stretching the limits, I felt, and in all the right ways.
They might be like, maybe the movie ratings are adjusting as well, because think about it, kids have access to the whole internet nowadays.
Oh yeah, for sure.
They on it. They're what don't they know? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm absolutely. I definitely agree. I mean, as somebody who's grown up with the internet at my disposal, I can attest to that. As somebody who's seeing my little brother grow up in the same way. I mean, we've had our own run-ins. Even my little cousin. You know, people at younger and younger ages are being exposed to more and more adult themes and even straight up adult images that are harder to contain than ever. Yeah. So
my coworkers be showing me stuff on TikTok, and like, but kids have access to the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, TikTok is at everyone's disposal, and no one group's disposal more than kids, for sure.
They be on it all day. Summer's about to come. That's all they finna be on TikTok all day.
All day, every day. Doing every single dumbass dance and Tide Pod trend imaginable. And I hope they do. Bring that back, please, and thank you.
DJ, bring that back.
Oh man, we do need a Tide Pod remix. If I'm being real, we do need a Tide Pod remix ASAP.
We should make a challenge. The kitty litter challenge.
Yeah. Well, Republicans would have you believe that's already going on in schools, in fact. So maybe a different one. Or maybe we express plainly that it's about eating it and not about going number 2 in it in the 5th grade. So fucking stupid.
My friend, well, you know him actually, Justin. He's funny as shit.
We all know him. Yeah, he's one of the OG commenters.
One of our tops, you know what I'm saying? So respect to the original Bushy Boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
he told me this story about when he introduced his girlfriend to his parents, and he was like I told him uh I don't think he actually did it, but he said he was gonna bring litter box and like melt a Snickers bar and be like, yeah, she uses this litter box to go to the
Wow.
bathroom.
But
And
why? What does he
yeah,
get from that?
real talk, I thought that shit was funny as fuck.
No, but what does he get? Like to embarrass her? Is the goal to embarrass her in front of his
I guess,
parents?
I guess yeah.
Yeah. That's a
I thought it was
surefire
funny.
way to get broken up with real fast. Is that what he wanted to happen? Justin, I'm calling you out right now, bud, because that's risky business. If you're gonna flat out expose your girl like that on a lie at that to your parents, is people they're gonna have to deal with for the rest of your foreseeable future together. I mean, there must have been a different agenda at play.
Oh my god.
For you to even think of that. That goes beyond a practical joke, because you could do that shit to your friends. You do that shit to, or even to your friends about your girlfriend. Like, yeah, she shits in this. We have a Sterilite box that there's not even any litter in it. She just shits in it, and then we put the lid on, and it's protocol. It's not anything I want. It's her.
Like a small,
It's the
like a
only
small
way she
joke
can shit, or she stores it for months. And we can't do anal.
uh,
So I do coax her to use whatever means necessary to get the shit out, so that I can go to Browntown and clown around. And you could say that to your buds. So you'd be like, "What the fuck is wrong with you, Brittany?" And then you fucking, and she's like, "What? Are you talking? I baked brownies for everyone. What's the problem? Like, we know what the fuck you shit in, you dumb bitch." And that's fun. That's a fun thing. But your mom, to tell your mom that about your partner,
I think
because your mom's never gonna address Brittany about it. It's gonna be subtle things. Your mom's gonna be like,
"Oh, do you need some litter?
I cleaned the bathroom for you. I'm not sure I needed to, but I did. I just want to let you know we did prep for your arrival. There's towels in there. There you have soap, water. If you do need toilet paper for any reason, I'm not sure if you will. If you groom in other ways, we can get it for you." It's subtle digs. Dad might be like, or Dad might even fist bump you. Hey, you might get points. I was gonna say, hey, he might. That's what I'm talking about, bud.
When I say get you a nasty chick, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. She's freaky, huh? Well, okay.
I done had one of those before, son.
Yeah. So, who's to say how Dad might take it? But I'd be worried about Mom.
Oh my god.
Because Mom will mess your shit up. Mom, she'll take it too far in like real subtle ways. And it'll all blow up at Thanksgiving or whatever. Grandma knows. Your aunts know.
She's on the phone. Yeah, she poops in the litter box.
Yeah. You hear her downstairs. Like, she thinks that the water running from her doing the dishes is loud enough where she can talk at full volume about how your fiance shits in a plastic tub.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. He told me she's defecating in a container that they bought from Target.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know. We're normal. We only use those for old photographs and record keeping. And she's using it for God knows what. Yeah, I don't know. Justin, you were playing with your life, which I hope you didn't do. Did he end up doing it?
I don't think he did.
Yeah. or they're not together anymore.
No, they're still together.
Okay, good. So he didn't go through with it. Good.
I think she enjoys this humor.
Mm-hmm.
I know I do.
Yeah, well, it's a different story. Pitting your family against someone, that's a different story.
Oh,
yeah, I don't usually get the pleasure of meeting my chosen partner's families. When you're gay, what happens usually is that nobody likes to talk about it. And usually what comes with that is you just become a friend of them, or you never meet the person's family at all. But my last relationship, I did get to meet the family of the person I was with, and it was fun. I mean, it really was. I met the family of my partners in the past, but usually, like I said, usually it's going to be with women. All the women I've ever been with, I met their family, extended family, whatever, over time. But yeah, dating guys, doesn't always happen. But I did get to meet the family of the last relationship I was in, and it's when it hasn't happened in a while, and it hadn't for me, given my dating track record, but it was a wake-up call. It was like, oh shit, here we go. Got to be on my best behavior. I keep my mouth shut and, sit in the corner and look around and do what people tell me to do. And, it's just being hazed. That's what, can I just say? It's being hazed. That's all it is. You're in a new environment. You're with people with much more seniority over you, and they know that, and you know that. And they know that they can have their way with you, and that they can do whatever they want, whenever they want, and you can't say anything about it, or else you'll be outcast, and you'll be in bad favor with everybody. So, knowing that full well, you keep your mouth shut, and you get carted around, and you go get groceries with people, and or you play games, or become the butt of a joke when you need to. And then hopefully you fit in. And I think I did. I accomplished that in my last relationship. But it's always nerve-wracking. How is it with you? All the I'm not really particularly interested in the black women you've dated, but the white women you've dated. How does that normally go for you?
Let me think. I've only actually dated 3 of them. And I mean, it's generally cool. You know what I'm saying?
It's cool, yeah. You don't meet a lot of family members, or do you just meet the parents?
So the first one I think I met all her family, honestly.
Yeah. It's not like you want. Hey, I'm not saying you want to. I'm not saying that at all.
Because I was thinking you were saying all this stuff. I was like, that doesn't sound fun. Actually, that sounds very fun.
It just,
I was like, I don't want to do that.
It just happens.
You're not missing out on nothing. If anything, you should be happy that you don't have to do that.
Yeah.
I was like,
listen, I even know this is in no way an indictment of the relationships I've been in where I did not meet a single member of the person's family. I am totally fine with that. I am okay with. I'm just saying it's unnatural because at some point it will happen. At some point, unbeknownst to you, or even against your will, you will go to a family function or holiday or something, and anything's liable to happen. And you're usually the runt of the litter in that instance. You become the person, you're the butt of every joke, and it's like, okay, here we go.
Like, this guy's not usually here.
Yeah, he's not usually here. What the fuck's his deal? Or everyone wants to meet you, or everyone has something to say, or you're getting side eye. And so you put your walls up, you do whatever you have to do, and you go through it, and hopefully put your best foot forward and establish a good rapport with everyone and a good image of yourself. But I'm especially fascinated with you and these white families, what usually happens. And I say the white families in particular because I know you have a track record of dating a few devilish women. Nothing to be ashamed of, or there shouldn't be. And I do too, but again, I don't have I mean, for me, what the white women's families I've been with and met, it was mostly like middle school shit. So I don't have the adults' perspective on this particular matter, you know. But for what I did know, I did get a lot of weird looks from dad. That'd be like,
you little motherfucker, I know what you're up to.
Exactly. I did get a lot of that. In not in so many words, but just in a look or two, in a couple of remarks. Like, are you sure you know what you're, like, just a squint.
Oh my God.
There are 1,000 words in a squint, or a head tilt squint combination.
I think you're slick, you're not slick.
Yeah.
You're not slick.
But as an adult, as a full grown ass man, what's the experience? Is it more laid back? Are they more generally accepting, or what's?
I think they at least give the image of accepting. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They're not gonna say nothing to my face.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, some people will, some people won't. You know, and if they don't, who's to say what they're saying behind the scenes or what? But and it's never gonna come right out about race. And I know a few people are going to say this to me after. They're like, why do you always have to make it about race? Why do you always have to make it about... Why does race always come up? Shut the fuck up, first of all. Shut your mouth. Until you're anything other than white, I don't want to fucking hear it. I don't hear it, because I'm talking about something that does happen. I'm talking about something that I've experienced firsthand, as we just went over. I'm talking about something that that I want to expose here and now as shit that goes on, and it's fun. But it's funny to me. It's not sad. It's not a depressing topic. I'm just saying, as something that does happen, white families experiencing their offspring interloping with people of other demographics. There's a conversation that does go on in private, usually, and it's always a funny one. It's a funny topic. There's all kinds of movies and sketches about it. It's not for no reason. So before you go. And it's only one or two people. It's really only like two people who do come to me and they go, why do you always make everything about race? Why did you always say, shush, shush, shh. How about you listen? How about you learn something? How about you take this opportunity right now, as you're asking yourself and me this dumb fucking question that never seems to be satisfied by the answer I've given time and again. Just learn something. This isn't just some obscure phenomenon. This is shit that happens. So here we are.
We don't create anything. All our guests are real guests. Everything we do is not created.
Oh,
this is real.
Every guest we've ever had is real.
Yes, we've ever had is real.
Not just the ones whose names I include in thumbnails of our videos. Even the ones like the president and musical artists, they're all real too.
All real,
in every topic alike. So anyways, maybe it's not bad for you, especially as an adult. My curiosity in adulthood is, how pressed are they about what goes on with their kids who are also adults? I feel like that changes. Like I said, when I was a kid dating people, white women, it was always kind of like, they wouldn't say anything, but it was like something was off in the air.
I know this motherfucker speaks Spanish. They're like saying little sentences.
And you know what was even crazier than that was how my family would react. They got all excited and shit, and they'd be like, high five. Like my grandfather, he's notorious. My mom's dad is notorious for dating white women, and he was always really proud of me when I dated a white girl. He made that known.
I just want to state, I was just out here living the college life, I was not out here specifically looking for white women. That's not what I do. I
Oh
was out
yeah,
here.
no, correct the record,
I was,
please.
I was fucking. I was look, son. I was fucking with everybody. Not everybody, but like I wasn't
Me
discriminating.
too.
You know.
No, but I'm saying what I'm saying is I never heard anything from him when it wasn't a white lady.
Stop. No.
when,
I didn't.
when
I
he,
didn't
when he
say
saw
it.
me with like a white girl, he was always like, "Okay, Chris, I see you." It's like good looks, good looks. I'd just be like, "All
I'd
right."
be reversed. If I might have a kid one day just so I could be a grandpa. And if I see him with like a black girl, I'll be like, "That's right. That's what you're supposed to do. Keep
Yeah.
it clean. Keep it pure." And I'm gonna see him with like a white girl. I'm like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Uh,
What the fuck do you think you're doing? Are you trying to ruin this family?"
this might get a little too deep here, but I was just I was on a YouTube um rabbit hole sort of deal earlier, and I came across a video about animals like cannibalizing each other. And the
Oh,
title of
chickens do that.
the title of the video, chickens do that. I had no idea. The title
Chickens
of
eat
these
shit.
were foxes in this video, so foxes were cannibalizing each other. And the title of the video, or the series of videos in the playlist or whatever it was called, "Bad Natured" by the BBC Nature Channel, BBC Wildlife, and it was called Bad Natured, and the subject of this one video was, again, foxes cannibalizing one another. And this was like a group of urban foxes that raised offspring together, and noticed that one of the what do you call
With
it,
the
like
babies.
cubs or whatever, fox babies, had been killed. And early on, before the body started rotting or whatever, it's being obviously decomposed by other wildlife. But one of the mother foxes, one of the, I guess they're called vixen, one of the vixen comes over and noticed their fox baby has been killed and is being eaten by other things. And the people monitoring this group of foxes sort of closes in on how they find the dead one, and notices they sort of tiptoe around it. They're kind of grappling with that their baby is dead. Obviously that's an emotional thing, but then shortly thereafter, what's peculiar about it is that they start eating the remains before they go bad. And then it becomes a question of why, what is the motive for an animal to do that when it's sort of uncharacteristic, especially of a mammal, to do so in an urban environment? What is the evolutionary gain or strategy deployed there by eating one's own offspring? And I didn't watch too far in the video. I'm not sure if they chalked it up to food scarcity or to just overall confusion, or if it really was like a survival tactic or what. But what got me thinking, where I initially said this will become sort of a deep topic to broach, is just what makes cannibalism so weird for us. Like, I get us as like higher intellect, mammals, beings. It's hard for us to come to terms, obviously, with eating other people. That's gross. But when it does happen with animals, I mean, what's to say that that's wrong, or that's, or what? Sorry, I'm not even to say that we should be the judge of it, but to say what stops an animal from eating another animal, especially in like crisis. Like, how does that line even get drawn? I'm just fascinated by it, because an animal food should be food. And just in the case of these foxes, I was really like taken aback by like that the title of the video was like Bad Natured, and I felt like it seems like a no-brainer. I mean, an animal's going to eat roadkill or some shit that's like fresh, if it means that they're going to have a a meal for another couple days.
Yeah.
Animals are liable to capitalize on that shit.
Foxes eat meat anyway, don't they?
Yeah, they're fucking
Yeah.
damn omnivore, whatever.
Yeah. So it's not like a fucking like some type of plant eating creature, like an ant eater was eating it. You know what I'm saying?
No, but ants do, and they also decompose dead or dying animal matter. That was some of the first. Actually, speaking of the video, that was some of the first to approach the dead fox were the ants and insects, and then, but yeah, before it went totally bad.
That's their service.
So I say that not to say I'm questioning it, but to say they do describe why cannibalism is bad and why it's sort of like not just looked down upon person to person, which obviously there's a whole moral thing surrounding that. Like us as people with higher knowledge, we know that, or we associate dead people with their personhood before they died, and that's fucked up to like consume them. It's just weird to even approach. And then the whole religious aspect after that. But what I'm talking about now with the animal is like what stops an animal from eating another animal of its own kind, even if it's already been killed, right? So that aside, like animals aren't going to kill each other because there's the whole pack mentality, whatever, right? But if there's a dead fox on the ground, what's going to stop a fox from eating it? Usually, I think the evolutionary advantage in not eating a fox, as they just of a fox not eating another fox, is disease, because the diseases that'll inhabit the dead fox, right, are the same diseases that could infect a living fox and could be fatal to a living animal of the same kind. And I thought that was really interesting, right? If you think about it, there are only some certain diseases that can be transmitted from one animal to a completely different one, but there are a whole host of diseases, and I say host, that can be hosted by an animal of the same kind that can be transmitted dead or alive. So that's what's so interesting about evolution, is that can be deduced. I'm sure enough animals tried to eat themselves, and realized that they die right the fuck after. That somehow it just became this sort of intrinsic learned thing of like, hey, maybe I won't eat something that's just like me, because bad things are gonna happen. And it's real fascinating to think that's something that just goes unsaid, and it's like this big bad thing even to animals that can't really communicate on on like a written or historic level. So like Daisy's not going to eat another cat. She'll eat you when you die in your house alone. She's going to go to town, but if her orange brother was around and died next to her, she wouldn't go near that shit, because she'd probably die of fucking whatever cat flu. And she knows that, which is even crazier. Look at that.
I know, right?
She heard me talking. She's like, I'm hungry. When are you going to fucking die?
She's like, you about to die soon? About time.
That's what I always think about, the whole thing of cats eating people. That's every time I see like a lady with 10 cats, I'm like,
wait till they. It's so for maximum coverage,
bitch.
I'm a lot for Daisy to eat by herself. So you know what I'm saying. But a woman that's 10 cats, they could all get her in time before she goes bad.
Definitely. See, dogs, they don't do that. Dogs would be like shitting themselves and crying.
That's wasteful.
They'll probably die of like panic when their owner dies like that. But the cats, they're like,
about time, really.
Leave them there. It's good for a week or whatever. I can take my time.
You were in my way at most. Now that you're gone, no one can stop me.
No one's stopping me. I can get on the refrigerator now. And there's free lunch down there. on the
Oh
ground.
my,
Shit, say less. That's what the cats are thinking. So I love cats.
so precious.
So precious. Cats and Gizmo. I love both of them.
And Baby Yoda, because he is Gizmo. He's
Baby
Gizmo
Yoda.
in another dimension.
Mm-hmm. I find it so fast. Like the fact that I even knew in the back of my brain, I've never seen Gremlins. I knew that there's this whole controversy over Baby Yoda. That that bothers me.
Ah,
Like I wish I didn't know that. I wish I knew something.
I never knew this was a thing.
No, and you're right for that. I wish I knew some shit that could actually help me in life. And instead, I know some shit about a movie I've never seen and a character I detest from a show that's subpar.
Hold up. I'm gonna take a 2-minute intervention, and we gotta get back to why you don't like Baby
Oh
Yoda.
yeah, I mean, like it's not that I don't like Baby Yoda. And for the audience, go ahead, go do what you're gonna. The Mandalorian is just mid to me. It's just been the first season. Oh, perfect. Leave it at that. Leave it alone. Hang it up. Put it away. Wear it once a year. Go back and revisit it. Like I'm rewatching shit right now. I'm rewatching Succession while the first season, while the new season's coming out. I'm rewatching. I'm even rewatching 30 Rock. I'm rewatching House of Cards. Believe it or not, even though Kevin Spacey's a piece of shit now, it's a shame he had to go and ruin everything for everyone, sort of preemptively. It all came out after the fact, but you can rewatch good shit without ruining it, and that's what's happening to The Mandalorian. That's what Boba Fett was from the start, just complete shit. I hope that Ahsoka is going to be good. I love the Clone Wars, the cartoon, the 3D animated show. I love that. I really hope that Ahsoka is going to be good. I'll look at Daisy. She's so adorable. I just can't be bothered to care about The Mandalorian anymore. I just cannot. So I don't. And I'm not. And it doesn't happen. The show means nothing to me. And I feel like that's most television now. It's just shit that you're designed to forget about and to forget ever happened. It's so easily dismissible and forgettable. And nothing big really ever happens. Like there will never be another big giant Sopranos twist again. Succession right now is the closest thing to that, and that's just a bunch of white people fighting over money. Right? And that's the sad thing, is it's not even like fascinating on a really dramatic level. It's just sort of like finger food. So there we go. What happened? Where'd you have to go?
Urinate.
Did she do something?
No, I had to pee.
Oh, okay. I thought
I was holding it for a minute.
thought she fucked something up.
She was fucking doing a little thing. She be like, I don't know. She be having like dreams or nightmares or some shit. She was over there running in her sleep or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking at her, but she just chilling.
Okay. All right. As long as she's okay, I'm not worried about anything else. No, but I was just saying, I don't really like The Mandalorian that much anymore. The first season was great. Everything after that, and all the following sequels, Obi-Wan was awful. Fucking goddamn Boba Fett, bad.
Goddamn.
I was just saying, I hope Ahsoka's going to be good because I love the 3D.
I do want to see.
I love the 3D cartoon, the Clone Wars.
Yeah,
it's one of my favorite shows.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm. So I hope they don't fuck that up too.
But the way it's looking.
Yeah. So, I mean, everything now is just sort of trading on intellectual property. It's trading on Star Wars, trading on Marvel, trading on DC now with the whole Flash movie coming out, all the multiple universes. As long as you can put some shit on screen that some person was ever familiar with as a kid, it's going to make money. And they're going to put an actor you may or may not have even heard of in the role. As long as they put them in a cool fucking costume, everyone's going to show out. It's going to make triple or quadruple the budget. And then you walk away feeling nothing. Feeling relatively unaffected by it. You know, a movie like Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is only going to come along but so often now. And that's the sad part.
I feel like movies used to be so good. Like, when did it end?
There's just it ended when they realized there's no incentive for them to get their shit together anymore. Right? Where the incentive starts and ends at how much money they're going to make from the idea alone.
Because you know the thing, there's movies I will watch again. Endgame, the longest shit, I would gladly watch it again. That shit was fantastic.
No, yeah. And that was great. And, but now here we are. The horse is on the ground. It's decomposing. The ants are having their way. The other horses are looking at it. They're licking their lips. And what we're doing is we got the sledgehammers out now, and we're going to town on this fucking dead horse on the ground.
Tenderize the meat.
Tenderizing that meat for these other horses that are looking at it up and down all types of ways.
Oh my god. Gotta make it easier to chew.
These Clydesdales out here like, damn, that horse right there just beating is looking tender.
Might taste it.
I might even be able to chew on it with these hay teeth. You know? So I'm ready. I'm ready to get a new horse. I'm ready to see what the fuck happens. I'm excited for Deadpool 3 with damn Wolverine, just to see what they do. Because they always, with those movies, with the goofier ones, with the ones where they have more creative liberty, some shit might happen that does shock you.
I hope.
And that's what I look forward to. I'm done with the shit that I can go into expecting everything that happens to happen, or the shit that does happen makes perfect sense. The only difference is millions of dollars went into it instead of hundreds of thousands.
We could make a better movie. Matter of fact, we have.
We have. What fucking movie?
Cam Chow.
That we did. Newsflash. I was rewatching that yesterday. I was rewatching the first
second one or the first one?
The first one. The second one doesn't exist. I don't even have most of the damn shit anymore.
Damn.
It's gone. It's lost to time.
Right. We'll make a new one. It'll be better.
Yeah, we have to. It's probably going to be all different cast, but, I will continue. I want to make something like that. I don't even want to make can I be serious? I don't even want to make a Cam Chow. And for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, Cam Chow was a student film.
We're going to put the link in the description.
That I made with a group of friends. I'll think about that. That I made with a group of friends in high school, starring Cameron, my best friend from high school. And it was like a little kung fu spoof movie where he was trained to defeat some big bad dude who was Ben, another guest of the podcast, Cameron and Ben both. And it was funny, and it got a lot of views from a lot of people from our school that liked it. And we have always gotten fan mail and people asking when the next one's coming out because we left it off on a cliffhanger. And there was always supposed to be a sequel, and I've tried to film that sequel 3 times. 3 times I tried to film it. And the most recent attempt was in Blacksburg when we had everybody together for the most part. And
Boy was in it. Fantastic.
And we included Lorenzo. He was going to be in the cover art for it as well. And that was like a big operation. I mean, we had way more cameras. We had several angles for shit. The way we did the first one was on my iPhone, and that was it, and then done. And we've put it out in the same day, right? So, I mean, not a whole lot of thought went into it, but with the second one, I've had a score made for this. I didn't have it made. I made a score for this with like 5 or 6 different songs, right? Themes for everybody and shit. And there's a lot of thought went behind it. It just sadly has not. I haven't been able to get it together. It's a big undertaking, is what I'll say. There's some shit that I'm not even getting paid to do. It's fun. It's fun to think about. It's fun to try to record, but to actually put together successfully is a different animal entirely. So,
send this money so he can make it.
Yeah, it just hasn't happened yet. This right here, what we do on Spotify and YouTube here, this, I don't know. It does take effort to sit here and do this, but I can turn this around as soon as we're done. It's fantastic. With that shit, the first one we made took all day. I'm not even fucking, like, took like, I want to say like 14, 16 hours, right? In real time, just for that one video, which is maybe all of like 6 or 7 minutes. Here we have an hour and a half already, and I'm going to be able to put this out in, 20, 30 minutes tops after we're done here. Right. So I much prefer this, especially as a working man, somebody with a day job, but if I had it my way, I'd be getting paid to edit videos and do fun, creative things like that all the time. I think a more effective way of doing that for me is like TikTok sketches and shit, or like it used to be Vine, shit like that. I'm much more comfortable doing because it's an easy turnaround and maybe take me half an hour tops for a, 20, 30-second video that's just as funny. It's way more views, and then I can be proud of. But if I'm going to make something like a full-length event film that I can be proud of, that I can say I didn't waste my time on, I definitely want it to be good, and I don't have the time, energy, or at the time I didn't have the resources to even devote to that sort of thing. So sadly, all the footage and stuff is so compartmentalized that it's practically all lost. So who knows? Maybe someday when this is a career of mine, I can try and salvage some of it. But as of the time being, most of those memory units even I don't even know where. All like that separate SD cards we recorded on and all that shit. So to all you Cam Chow fanatics out there, I'm sorry. I don't have a definitive answer for you right now, but just know that it is constantly, just like a smell, will take you back to a period in your life at the snap of a finger. I even hear of a word or a turn of phrase or something that sounds like the music from the first video, and I think of it immediately. So it's on the brain. It's
when
on
we
the
make
brain.
it big, we're
To
gonna
this day,
hire
that's the best performing video I've ever published on anything. It's got like 470 views. That's no doubt all of us involved in the first one watching it back. Absolutely, without a doubt, because I mean it does come up. Like I watch it probably 3 times a year, I want to say, just because I think about it and I'm like, oh, let me fucking rewatch that shit. That's funny.
I've sent it to at least Justin.
Yeah. But before it aged and we started rewatching it and shit, I mean, like everyone at our damn high school went and watched that shit, and it was a fucking blast. It was fun. And everyone coming talking to us about it and shit. Shit like that is fun, where it's in an isolated community and you get immediate feedback. I do enjoy that. That's what I like about this is, I mean, like the people who watch it are all people I know, and they come and tell me about it and they give me shit to talk about for the next one, and I never take their advice, but we have a good time. We have a good time.
Basically the same for me. It's not that I don't mean to take their advice. I think that sometimes, because we be having the, what I'm saying, stuff to talk about, and we just sometimes don't get to it.
No, it's exactly like, to break the fourth wall here, like we did the Trump thing, which is also performing shockingly well. The Trump thing, I don't know what is going on. Like your friend or sergeant, whoever found it and shared it around, that's awesome. But it's at like 200 views now on YouTube, which is like our average viewership on YouTube is maybe 10 or 15 per video, so it's like crazy amounts, like an exponential increase for this one video. But there were so many other things I wanted to talk about, but I asked you to write questions down for Trump, and I had my own, right? But I never, for some reason, I like totally blanked on them. But I wanted to talk about Tucker Carlson betraying him. I wanted to talk about goddamn.
Hey, you put these in the notes because I was gonna holler at you. Yeah, put these in the notes. Actually,
I wanted to talk about the damn the insurrection hearings. I wanted to talk about like a whole ton of shit that I never even brought up. So that'll be for next time, and maybe that'll be sooner than you think. Because we'll have him back on for sure. Because he's definitely heating up in the news lately. Shit is going down.
We definitely gonna have him back on.
You know, a guy I really want to have on that I haven't quite figured out how to nail down, if I might say, is Alex Jones. I don't know if you're familiar with Alex Jones, but I have to figure out how to get him just right before we have him on the program. Mm-hmm. He's got a very specific flavor. Yeah.
Yeah. Once our people get to his people get back to our people, we'll have him on here.
Have you seen his latest faux pas, Alex Jones? We'll end with this and then we'll do advice. I really want to share this with everyone.
Oh my God.
Alex Jones on, what's his name? Steven Crowder. Yeah. Oh, come on. He went on Steven Crowder's show and like co-hosted or some shit, but he had some remarks or something about Asian Americans that sort of devolved into a dicey impression of Asian people. And if you haven't seen or heard this, well, I'm worried about showing it because it got Steven Crowder's show removed from YouTube.
Oh.
But I think we can get away with playing the audio without showing or disseminating the footage itself.
Did like a face and stuff.
Yeah, he did a whole face. He did a lot. Like he pulled his eyelids back and shit. He went in. He really did the whole.
So 2 things. 1, y'all welcome for the ASMR. 2, we don't stand behind whatever about to play right here, and it's not ours. Someone else's. We don't take the credit.
Oh my God.
All that legal yada yada. Oh my God.
Come on. Alex Jones, Master Impressionist. Vice. Does Vice have it? No, this can't be it. It's out there. It might only be on Twitter now. I mean, like it's really scrubbed from YouTube, and that's why I said I'm like scared to even play it on YouTube, right? Because like you cannot find this. Alex Jones, I don't know if you're familiar, audience. He's already banned from YouTube. He's already banned from a host of social media sites on account of his racist and unhinged tirades. Here he is in blackface here, or wearing a mask, probably pretending to be Obama or something. He's really great shit all around. Great guy. Good friend of Joe Rogan's. But, I mean, fuck. Oh, boy.
He's the chemicals return the frog skate guy,
exactly.
Right?
That's him. Yep. Yeah. That's exactly him. And I'm glad you know that, because that's one of the more tame.
That's one of the calmer things he said.
Yeah. Man. I really want to find this. Let me just go on Twitter real quick. I'm just going on Twitter and see if I can find Alex Jones talking about Asian people on Steven Crowder's show.
A fucking lawsuit or some shit. Don't he know how to sit down somewhere? If I had to pay motherfuckers money, I would sit down somewhere.
I mean, you would think, right? Oh, come
Oh,
on.
that's what it is. I would think, and he wouldn't.
Is there anybody that you think of that comes to mind who's like sort of overtly controversial?
Hmm.
Because
Like,
Alex Jones is like the first one for me.
I guess it'll probably be him. He's probably like the heaviest one because like Joe Rogan's not as bad as him. He's probably the heaviest one, honestly. He's like the leader of the controversials.
Yeah.
He's their icon. They're like, as long as I don't go as far as him, it's whatever.
Damn. I don't know my Twitter password. I guess I have to sign in now to search anything. Twitter's a fucking
Nah, don't let them make you do that.
wasteland now.
That X or whatever. Or
This is insane.
backspace.
Yeah, that's what I tried to do, but it didn't even let me log in.
Oh damn.
Shit is insane.
Nah, I don't try to. They try to make you log in. I don't log in. I try to get past it.
Yeah, but I can't even like search anything. I mean, look at this shit. I can't.
Oh damn.
Can't. Where's this fucking search bar?
Ooh, Twitter's shiesty. Why y'all want us to have that? We don't want that. We don't want an account. We don't want the app. Your website. Chill.
Shit is crazy now. It's like totally unusable. I never really got into Twitter like that to begin with, but from what I gather, it's especially bad now under new ownership.
I used it in like high school, but like, so I just like made a bunch of embarrassing posts like on everything else.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's not popping like it used to be. Mm-mm-mm. Anything I did as a youth is now embarrassing. I'd be like, what was I doing? What was I thinking?
Yeah.
Oh my God, the shit I was saying, it was like, yo, what the fuck?
Damn. Yeah, I really can't. What the fuck? There's like a sex toy ad on here. What the fuck is this website? Yeah, I can't find a damn
Oh,
video of it. I think that'll be what we open with next time. Is I'll find the audio and we'll go over it together. But for right now, it's seeming to be thoroughly scrubbed from the internet.
Goodness, that's what's wild. Because I was gonna let Alex Jones do a feature on our show, but he's out here getting motherfuckers scrubbed off of YouTube. That's our main platform.
Damn.
Mm-mm-mm. Oh
I'm sure
God.
did you track the whole Kanye, Alex Jones elegy?
How long ago was that?
How long is what?
How long ago was that? Is that
It was like
recent?
a couple months ago. A few months
Oh,
ago.
I think I know about
He
that.
went on
Yeah.
Alex Jones's show talking about Jewish people, and he brought the white supremacists with him.
That's
And
what he
Alex
did.
Jones was the grounded one. Alex Jones was like, I don't know about Hitler. Hitler wasn't a good guy. I don't think we can say that.
That's really, you got to chill if Alex Jones is like, hey,
I don't know. Hey, maybe hit the brakes on that. Maybe Hitler was wrong.
You got to chill. He was probably just having fun with it. He was like, oh yeah, I know I'm wilding.
Yeah,
love it.
He really had a problem with that, and that was astounding.
Oh my God.
Anyways, I won't spend the last 20 minutes searching for this thing because it's really not even worth playing, but it was shocking to listen to. I did hear some of it and see some of it when it was around. Any advice for our loyal and wonderful listeners here while I play the outro music?
I wrote something down.
Oh, please.
People, you know what I'm saying?
Just make sure you speak right into your mic because the music is playing over you.
Of course. You got to make sure that they hear me. I don't even think I covered what I meant to bring up earlier. But you know what I'm saying? I got one thing for the people. Summer is approaching fast, people. The hoes are outside. I am outside.
Okay.
You gotta look.
Where's this
if
going?
You don't wait until the summer to get that summer body right. Do that shit now. Also, Ocean City is the best beach in the U.S. But don't come. We don't want you.
Okay. This is what writing shit down does.
Nah, this is
supposed to be better.
This is something I thought of earlier. I didn't write this down, but I thought of it earlier. Nah, but yeah.
You opened up, you're like, I wrote some shit down, and it sounds like even more improvised.
This is improvised. I didn't write it down.
Okay.
I thought of it earlier. But basically, I'm saying,
you got 30 seconds.
Get the summer body right. You know what I'm saying? Your boy's out here working out, feeling good and shit. I'm out. I feel like I'm in school again. Feel like I'm in college. Feel like I'm a young buck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, get out here, get that shit straight. You want to go to the beach. You wanna impress. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be like the rest.
Dress to impress at the beach.
Or don't
wear a full 3-piece suit at the beach.
Yeah.
Tie and everything.
In the water. Have your slacks pulled up. Oh,
exactly.
Shit, hell yeah.
Brilliant.
Look like going to a job interview for fucking King Triton.
Yes.
Oh shit.